Jonathan Majors' attorney claims it was a racist witch hunt after the first post-hearing discussion. So let's talk about this. Do you think that that's actually what this is? Because let's go through it a little bit here.
Well, the rich part of this is that his legal team claims that they forked over what they say is irrefutable evidence that exonerates Jonathan Majors, meaning a video of him and his girlfriend, I assume, when they were in the car and the alleged assault happened, which they say proves he was innocent. And secondly, the body cam footage from police officers who they claim were coaching the girl on her testimony to incriminate him. Neither of which have been released yet. We just have stupid videos of her in the club afterwards with her broken finger.
Which doesn't prove anything.
Yeah, it doesn't prove anything. And then here's this statement from the lawyer. Quote, when Mr. Majors showed a white police officer the injuries the woman caused him, the white officer got in Mr. Majors' face and taunted him, saying that if the officer were to slap Mr. Majors, the officer wouldn't break his finger. None of the white officers present investigated the assault of Mr. Majors. Worse, the district attorney has not indicated any intention to pursue charges against the woman or even investigate the truth.
That's not true either, because it's very easy to break a finger if you don't know how to punch someone correctly. So they're actually wrong about that.
Who came up with this angle?
But also it's like, so it's because they're white, right? What if they're just major feminists? Maybe this has nothing to do with the race. Maybe they're just really good allies to women, so much so that they'll lie.
When you can't woke in two directions, this is what happens.
You have to pick your woke direction, like, one or the other.
Obviously we don't know the truth of what happened yet, because none of that footage has been released yet, even though they say it exists. But here's the thing. He could either be truthfully accused of assault or falsely accused of assault. If he is being falsely accused and he's going for the race card angle, where he's blaming the police officers who were trying to help the situation simply because they're white, there was no evidence of racism here, then I don't feel bad for you being falsely accused. You're throwing false accusations at other people too. It's
like the what's the quote? It's like extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So unless those cops said she could have done this, I could do this and not break my finger, insert slur here. Unless they actually said some type of slur.
Big super chat from David. Wouldn't you like to know? Says, I would not with Chelsea for fear of disease, but I would let her perform a quote handler on me.
I don't want to know. Like, the last thing I want to know in history is that Chelsea Handler has her own signature sexual move. I don't want to know. Leave it alone.
Real classy.
Don't give her material for her next stand-up appearance.
Please don't.
Please.
Oh gosh. But I'm saying, like, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Back in the day, you could just be a dick to someone and it didn't have to have anything to do with their skin color,
Nothing he said
their
makes
sexuality.
it an inherently racial or racist encounter. They say that he was taunted by the police officer. The police officer got in his face. What does that actually mean?
If the guy actually believes that you're beating a woman, whether that's true or not, his reaction is because of the gender of the person, not because of the skin color, theoretically.
Yeah, I think that this is a star who's expecting star treatment in all situations and is now realizing that he's not entitled to that because this is about the law.
Nor is anyone here saying that we believe he's guilty or innocent. We don't know. We'll never know, really. Not really.
He is wanting to be treated with star privilege in this situation.
You'll know
one day.
You'll know. Yeah. He wants. He's like, I'm a Marvel star.
Don't you know who I am? Do you know who my father is?
Do you think? Okay, I got a question. Do you think anybody who's ever said that has ever had the self-reflection where the moment they said that they immediately stopped and said, "I can't believe I just said that"?
I mean, women in LA probably have said more often, "Do you know who my boyfriend is?"
Or my husband.
Or my husband.
They did that. Yeah. They did that in an eepisode of The Mentalist where he's he stopped all these people in a mall and he stops this lady and she goes, "Don't you know who my husband is?" And she goes, "He's the head of the Modesto City Council." And he goes, "Oh, so-and-so. The diet pills are messing with your brain. This is the big city."
That Ozempic is messing with your brain.
Exactly.
Also, they're claiming that the police officers coached this woman to give a testimony that incriminated him worse off. But it actually sounded like her testimony was coached by Jonathan Majors.
With the conversation after the fact.
Yeah, completely exonerating him of all wrongdoing, but at the same time, kind of saying that she warranted getting assaulted by taking his phone.
Yeah.
Which
is just classic abuse.
It just makes her sound like a battered housewife.
Yeah. And again, I don't know whether any of this is true. I just know that playing the race card here feels like a desperation play. For something where he feels like his star power should have gotten in the way first. They also keep saying that her story keeps changing, which is, honestly, I do have to ask, why is this still being pursued so heavily?
She got a restraining order against him, right?
It just feels weird that this is being pursued so heavily. Given that he is a celebrity.
If the woman actually believes that Jonathan Majors was in the right in this situation, as her testimony claimed, then why did she get a restraining order against him?
No idea. It's it's the classic story. It's like, how many stories do you hear from cops who tell the story like they would when they go to houses of families that have turbulent lives of married folks, like they go there, she calls the cops, the cops get there and they try to take the guy away, and the wife like punches the cops because she doesn't want them to take the guy away because they just have a turbulent relationship. And that's what a lot of this feels like to me. So
is the blonde woman in that still of the body cam footage the supposed girlfriend, or I guess ex-girlfriend now? But they keep her face is blurred out and her name has not been released to the public as far as it's like half of her face is showing, I guess. But this seemed like it was racialized from the start for no reason. Like, I saw so many people tweeting disgusting stuff about this situation at Jonathan Majors, saying he deserved to get falsely accused because he was dating white women. What? He was dating outside of his race. And it's like, you are psychotic. Why are people so nuts? He should get Alec Baldwin's lawyer. It's just so...
The Alec Baldwin defense was legitimately like, guys, are we still talking about that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're about to hear him here in a minute here on the Crisis Party sound effects.
I murdered a woman in cold blood. Who cares?
Oh my God. Like seriously? Like, the Oscars were last night. Why are you still talking about this?
That was last year.
This was like a year ago now. Like,
honestly, he's right though. Like, people memory hold these things so quickly that you would expect everyone to just stop talking about it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, death on set is. We kind of did. Death on set is a pretty big thing to happen. Like, people still talk about Brandon Lee dying all the time. Like, whenever that story comes up, the guy from the movie The Crow, the one who was killed on set in the movie, he's. So we're proving right now that apparently
this has been memory hold.
It was Bruce Lee's son, and he died on set when a prop gun malfunctioned.
Oh damn!
Back when they were making the movie The Crow.
And they were filming a scene at that moment.
Yeah.
See, this is different because like Alec Baldwin was just, joking around and just being a quirky, goofy guy.
I've got special Ian Crisis Party next week.
Oh my God. What?
See, Alec Baldwin's a bad person.
Point proven.
Alec Baldwin is a bad person. The Crisis Party proves it.
That's what he was talking to his wife.
His daughter. Something? His 12-year-old daughter.
12-year-old?
12-year-old daughter.
He's like, wait till I see you.
It's like, I'm going to straighten your ass out.
Veiled threat.
Remember what's it called? The Baywatch guy that was eating burgers drunk?
Was it Hasselhoff?
Yeah.
Okay. The Hoff. Don't you dare hassle him. Leave him alone.
David Hasselhoff eating burgers drunk, and his family was like, Dad, you gotta stop. And he was like, I don't care.
I don't have to stop. I'm Mitch.
You can't cancel me.
He's like, I was on Knight Rider and Baywatch. Nobody cancels me.
The car talked, okay?
I love that car. My dad, I've told that story. I've told you that story. Hannah Claire was on that episode. When I was young, I had a little, like, I couldn't afford a Power Wheels, the car that has like the little, like you can drive it as a kid. The little, I couldn't afford that. I was poor, but I had like a little car that had like pedals on it. So it looked like you're on like in a car, but you're actually on like a.
Look at Brett pretend not to be
my dad spray painted it black, and my grandfather spray painted it black and painted like the logo and like the red thing in the front where the voice would be made. So I had my own little version of.
Oh, it's pretty based.
Yeah, good stuff.
That's cute.
Yes, I did. See, it's good to have a good childhood, and then you have good stuff to remember. And that way,
I just had the Barbie Jeep one.
So was it an actual Power Wheels?
I don't know.
Did it actually drive?
Kinds. It drive.
We couldn't. My dad would have been like, I'm not spending the money on that.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen. So yeah, I think Jonathan Majors needs to get Alec Baldwin's lawyer on retainer ASAP and get rid of this Priya Chaudhry.
There are just
guy.
so many violent
Or girl.
psychopaths in Hollywood, but they'll claim it's not a Hollywood problem.
No.
Dude, why would you ever go to law school when you can just be like, Your Honor, racism?
Case closed.
Anyway.
and judge is like, bet, yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
Well,
For sure.
It was racism, no cap.
yeah.
I sent Jessica a video last night where like this
On God.
this lady does the thing where she lists like behind her it's got all of the Gen Z slang and she goes through all of it.
They're calling them broccoli zoomers now.
Is that what
Why?
they're called?
Little broccolis.
Because of the hair?
Yeah, the hair.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
mushroom cloud hair.
It's like that. Somebody did an Oppenheimer, a pop culture crisis Oppenheimer
saw it
meme,
with
and
Mary.
it makes my hair look like because I'm literally a mushroom cloud. I look like a Gen Z influencer in the background.
And we love that for you.
Yes, thank you. It's I didn't have any Adidas on, but if I had some Adidas shorts on,
When's that movie coming out?
mid-July. Yeah, that and Barbie same weekend.
Can't wait to see it.
Excited.
Me and
Barbie, I mean.
Oh gosh, me and Mary, we're gonna walk
She's
into the theater,
everything.
and
And
I'm
you're
walking
just
this
Dane.
way, and
Dude, you can. I bet that Barbie movie is gonna be absolutely bussin'. I bet it's gonna be incredible.
I guess Dane is actually the target demographic.
it's going to be feminist garbage.
No way.
Feminist
Why are you
garbage.
so
I think it's gonna be
confident about
funny.
that?
I think it's gonna be a funny one.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Have you seen the?
I'm happy to be wrong. See, you know why? Because if I'm happy to be wrong that way. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I get a good movie. So
Oh.
I win either way.
Do you just want
Heads
to see
I win,
animals
tails you
doing
lose.
drugs?
Yeah.
Obviously, Oppenheimer's probably gonna be more high quality.
Well, yeah, but it's also really long, which is a problem. Like, it
I bet
better be-
Oppenheimer cost less to make.
I think.
in the Barbie movie.
Yeah, I bet.
They like recreated that
Right?
explosion. Like they recreated the test in New Mexico.
Okay, but you can't. They didn't actually blow up a nuke. Like,
Maybe they did. Who knows? Christopher Nolan's got a lot of money.
Had they gone the Amy Schumer route and they had to pretend that Ryan Gosling's sexually attracted to her,
I'm glad
then-
that not only they didn't have her star as Barbie, they also did not even give her a cameo. They were like, just get out of this
get
project
out.
immediately.
But now that Barbie's hot, it has a chance.
Well, we'll see. I have no interest in it, but I'm gonna go see it in hopes that I would like to.
They do have a trans Barbie though.
See,
Just warning you.
woke.
Just one.
In the movie?
One, yeah.
One.
As far as I know,
What do you mean?
it's confirmed. There is
Wait.
a trans Barbie.
There's multiple Barbies in the Barbie movie?
Yes.
Yeah, have you seen the trailer? She's like, "Hi, Barbie," and then the other one's like, "Hi, Barbie."
All the
like they're
women are
all
Barbie.
and all the men are Ken.
But I feel is that gonna be like in Queen's Gambit that they just had a trans character and then they were like, okay, anyway.
They did.
Yeah.
It's set in like the 40s.
Yeah, but
It doesn't matter.
They're
It's
everywhere.
Hollywood.
I'm just,
And-
so
Cleopatra's black now. It doesn't
you
matter.
mean
man.
there was a trans character in Queen's Gambit who was trying to play a cis person?
I don't know.
like someone who's not trans.
they didn't reference it in any
So
way. They was just there. Look at me. Respecting
Alright.
pronouns. And then
Maybe I shouldn't finish Queen's Gambit.
no, but it's just in the beginning, then you never see them again. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, no, I remember this now.
Yeah, in the
It was in the first season, which I did watch.
there's 2 seasons?
Jacob Edler has quoted perhaps my life's motto: "Those who expect little are seldom disappointed." Words to live by, King. Words to live by.
Yeah.
So true.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.